In the run up to the elections, or the culmination of the elections, who do you think is going to or will be a good president? I think I think Trump, to be honest, because we've seen what he does when he is a president, and also um, he will open up a lot more things and get a lot of things right because he has already been president for a short period of time. But I still think he's a redneck. I still think he's not to be trusted. But then who is? Um, as far as the woman is concerned, women keep getting a lot of stuff wrong, don't they? They get so many things wrong. They get things right. And I might be painting a picture across the board for everybody, but um, there's a difference between uh, running a household than running a country. There's a big difference. You can be so on point and get everything 100% correct running a household. Um, you can get to know the characteristics of everybody in your household, but you can fail miserably at getting things correct as a leader. You can fail dangerously getting things done as a leader. Trump, who I call a punk, and a few other names, he's been there and done a lot of things. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to say about neither of them because the left wing and the right wing are the same. They're both part of the same bird. The left wing and the right wing. Um, the North Pole and the South Pole. Does that even exist? I'll tell you something. Do we have some problems with the things that they've told us already? Who's going to come out and tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? And why would I not want to know? Why is it better for me not to know the truth? You know why? Because it will switch on the neurons in my brain, the circuitry, the correct circuitry to make me deal with right knowledge, right wisdom, and the right overstanding or understanding of everything that is out there and literally make me become a god within no time at all. Within no time at all, I can become a great manifested being. And I can also realize that you are not really what you say you are. You are not that being that was in a just position to rule. or rather, well, there you go, just not a ruler. um, I don't have the statistics that you might need to make your decision, but um, there's so much information out there that I always say every time I do this. There's so much information out there. So yeah, I'm gonna come back with some more information. Uh, um, and I hear things about her that makes me doubt that she's gonna do the right thing. But then I hear things about Trump that makes me doubt that he's gonna do the right thing. And neither of them. I mean, and look at Obama, when he came in, what he did. But at the same time, man, was he a powerful speaker? Was he a powerful conveyor of a message that could put things right and make people feel so much at ease compared to many of the presidents before? Um, and I'm not just talking about the fact that I'm a Nubian and he is a Nubian, part Nubian. I'm talking about the fact that the whole mastery and mastery of speaking with a vibrational tone that is absolutely, fundamentally, completely relaxed. You don't get that often. You don't get that often. Um, and he didn't put as many feet wrong as Trump did. Yes, he made some crazy legislation, and everybody keeps talking about what he did for the trans this and the trans that and the LGBTC, BBC, ITV, NBC community. But apart from the fact that you know some people are going to go out there and say yes, this is what I am, because they realize they have a choice, and there's other people, but there are people who actually literally form their opinions um, from the parts they have inside of them. That's not the same thing as saying, "Oh, I am straight. No, I am gay. No, I am lesbian. No, I am bisexual. No, I am, yeah, I am not." That's not the same thing as that. There's people who are actually born with a little bit of one thing and a lot of another, or that other is a little bit and there's more of the little of one thing. So those things, which is very strange, is becoming the norm. There's transsexual, there's all these names. There are hermaphrodites. There's actually hermaphrodites and hermaphrodites. Yeah, one that is more of a her, or morphed Aphrodite, and there's one that's more of a he, that is a hermaphrodite as well. So there's so many strange things that are going on, and these people, they are people because they've grown up in society and they have to function the same way as everybody else. But they should, by a certain age, have certain things correct, understood, to realize that they're a little bit different than everybody else. To have a whole legislation about them, that's something else, isn't it? Having a whole legislation. But even then, those people, they definitely have to live differently, but um, not that different, because when you put your clothes on, you look like what you look like. Um, and that's people who are born that way. There's people who are born, yes, gay, people who are born straight. We know this, but those are the people, more than the people who have genetically and physically different genitalia than other people, than so-called normal people. They think they have more right. They think they have to be told, well, I am gay and I want you to tell me who I am. I want you to call me by who I am. I mean, you're taking the absolute piss. Um, and there's a lot of twisted people in this world, really twisted. Fundamentally, has nothing that makes that there's nothing there for you to respect, because all they do is talk the talk out of their mouths, and they spend most of their lives wanting you to respect them when they have no not a bone in their body that is worth respecting. So um okay, Obama, you've passed your legislation for them. Let's see what happens. But guess what? What's happened already is ridiculous. Um, and it's like I said, the people who stand out more are the people who are actually already born one particular way, and then they're going to tell you, oh, in my brain, I'm really a woman. I really want to be called Sheila instead of Donald. You know, some of those people, there are some that they have their parents have screwed them up. Some people, their peers have screwed them up. Some people, society has screwed them up. It's the ones that society has screwed up are the ones that are the ones you have to look out for. Though some of those ones that if they get into power, they will screw things up. So yeah, you do have to be very, very meticulous about who you put who is out there in a prominent situation and gets into power, is able to um, press nuclear bombs, able to press the button to actually, destroy other people, and then the motives that they have behind it. No one person should have all that power, because literally, what is it gonna do? You tell me, what is it gonna do? Okay, it's literally going to destroy the world as we know it, or parts of the world as we know it. Put people, um, put the whole world back into the dark ages. In other words, no electricity, no brain power. Sorry, no electricity, and functioning from a very minuscule standpoint. But my opinion on that also is the fact that we could never go back to that. Okay, even if we have no electricity, even if an EMP was to go off, electromagnetic pulse, and then cause everything to go back in, or every electronic device to just switch off, um, which I was gonna, I've only heard about it. I don't even know if it's real, but um, I think that there are powers that can do that. I think there are devices that can do that. I mean, they say that the sun, if the sun's waves come off and hit the earth, at a particular time, place, angle, and um, distance, it can cause things to happen. Um, it can cause a lot of that kind of stuff to happen. We need some of that. Let's keep it real. You know, the benefits of what COVID did, regardless of who put COVID out there, the benefits to what it did, but everybody's keeping their backside indoors. It was such a beautiful experience. Once people got over the fear in the water. Anyway, forget that. It was such a beautiful experience hearing the birds, the bees, and the trees, nature actually come to life every day. It was such a beautiful experience hearing the birds twittering. Oh my gosh, was that unreal? In town, in the city, it was unreal. It was beautiful. Hearing, oh, when the rain fell, when the sun came out, with a vengeance. And it came out and it literally bathed everybody in love. The birds, the bees, the flowers, and the trees, they were blooming, man. And they showed us that the only thing that exists is love. The only thing that has any credence, power, majesty, and substance, is them, is it. Yeah, it was a really great time. So we need some of that in the world, but not in a way that's going to cause death, destruction by people who want to destroy the earth. 75% of the earth's population, they want to destroy. No, we don't need those. We don't need those kind of people doing that. And when it comes to, like I said, power, um, you know, tremendous power um, gives you so much responsibility that it literally tempts you to take it and go all the way. And there's a button. You're like, I know I shouldn't, but if I just did it a little bit, if I just pressed it a slight, you know what? And I'm not saying that men are not real bastards, but and would actually take that leap and do it, depending on their extremist views. But females who are from Mars or Venus, men are from Venus, women are from Mars, um, because they're not from here, they don't give a fuck. They may not emotionally care, and things can go a little bit pear-shaped, and then only afterwards will the consequences be seen. Um, Men, all I know and all I've seen is that a man can be grieved and going on with some real BS, but still have enough sense to know, no, I'm not going to do that because um, it's not the thing to do that's going to take me to another level, or it's not the thing to do that I'm going to do just because you called my shoes disgraceful. Now, emotions, they're all over the place, with people, but stable people, stable men and stable women, there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said about that. And um, just to conclude, just to kind of round up, it depends on your upbringing. It depends on your understanding, or what you call overstanding, of experience. It depends on um, having a loving mother and father. It depends on having uh, the fundamental experience of what's the word of spiritualism. Having a deep understanding of spiritualism, of morality, of sensibility, of oof, so much that with great power comes with great responsibility. And there's always something you're going to get wrong, but it's the degree of how much you can get something wrong. And I don't want to be a person, I don't want someone who's going to work more off of their emotions than off of sensibility to be in that position. So That's my take on it. And even though it might sound like I've been just speaking very lightly, um, incidentally, you know, very very around the edges of fundamental subjects, I'm still very clear with what I think, even though it may not sound it. I'm very clear. And I know from the experience that I've had in this world that um, I would tread carefully before I go and make any major decisions. And I would not be quick to make decisions just through emotions or through circumstances that cause things to happen, cause major fundamental differences to happen. So I'm not going to do that. But so hey, if you make me president, I'll be one of the greatest presidents that ever existed. No. At the end of the day, yes, I will not be. Um, I wouldn't be in that kind of position to put myself in that kind of position to be in that, to be like that, to be like, as I said, swayed. But I tell you, the two people that are there, fundamentally, if I was going to say anything, I'd say no. You're not the right people. We need to keep looking. But does it? And it's always someone who's a winner that should be in that position. It's always someone who's a winner that they feel should be in that position. But then there's people who want to step up that have not won, but they have the right characteristics that should be in that position and will make some of the greatest decisions of their lives when they're placed in that position of power and authority. But we always get the wrong ones, man. We 90% of the time we get the wrong ones, because if 95% of the Earth's population is ruled by the 5%, um, then something's wrong there. But at the same time, that 5% they got some stuff going on. They got some things going on that the 95% don't have, because they're too brain dirtied or brainwashed to actually see or realize what's going on, because they've had the wrong education from the beginning. So, it's so much, there's so much going on. It's deep that um you make your mind up, and when you do your voting, you have to make sure you vote um from the point of view of vote from your heart, okay? Even though the vote may not count. So listen, love to you, and I'm in the love of all, which is the affirmation. I'm in the love of all, and all love is in me. I'm a part of all, and the all is part of me. I am one with the all expanding, and the all expanding is one with me. I can succeed as part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I'm never alone. The all is, I am. The all can, I can. The all does, I do. Love to you.